give an example of how someone would use a FOIA request now, like the one that you're doing. What are you
Okay.
specifically doing it for?
So it just in Tucson the other day, and I know we talked about PCs a little while ago, but there was a piece of legislation, and it never been done, less than a day. What they did was it was introduced in the House. Obviously it goes through committee first. It passes out of committee. They read it, multiple times. They do a floor vote. Then it goes to the Senate. Then they read it a bunch of times out loud, and then it goes to a floor vote. And then it goes to the governor. They did all that in one day. They rushed that bill to the governor's desk late Thursday night. So we look at this bill. It destroyed the grassroots movement that's in Arizona right now. That is huge as far as being able to take back our Republican Party. So me knowing these players kind of around here, I'm like, oh, I bet you that came from Shelley Keiss in Tucson because of what we're doing. And in the bill, they said they didn't tell us what the emergency was. This is an emergency. We're suspending PC elections. We're just going to have, the party's going to appoint, whatever it was. So I wanted, and actually this is another point. This is kind of a loophole with using FOIAs. So I'm sure you guys have all heard me complain about Shelley Keiss. She's my county chair. She is not an elected official. I cannot FOIA her office. I can't FOIA the GOP demanding records. What I can do is I can make educated guesses that I bet you Shelley Keiss was involved in this. And I bet you she talked to Vince Leach because they're right in the same neighborhood. And he was a co-sponsor on this bill. I'm going to get all Shelley Keiss's records through Vince Leach. So that's what I did. And so because Vince Leach is an elected official. So it has to be government. So I included that information. You can't, there are ways to get around it. So I can't get Shelley Keiss's records by asking her. I got to go through somebody else to get them.
So did you already file this?
Yep. Yeah. And actually, here's my little receipt, because you have to send it certified mail, and I get a signature. So I can prove absolutely you got that and you signed for it. Not even just it was delivered. Well, it was lost between the mailbox and us. No, you signed for it in your office. It's now in your possession. And so that's what I do.
And have you received it already, the information?
No, not yet. No, I just got, and actually at this, it's called Ledge Council. So every state legislature has a whole team of lawyers that does all the bills. They're the ones I'm working with. So so that was that example. Is you want to be super specific. And even though, I told them in the request, I want information on House Bill 2839. You go above and beyond with this is, please submit tons and tons of information. So they have no excuse to not give it to you, because they'll be like, oh, shoot, did you mean HB 2839 from Colorado? That has nothing to do with Arizona. No, you know what I meant. Like, no, so be really specific as possible.